Hey everybody, I am very excited to do this next series on health equity, and it was actually inspired by one of the classes that I'm taking this semester. So health equity is something that comes up professionally for me a lot, but getting to see it from an anthropological perspective in a class, reviewing other people's work, reading books about it, doing community outreach projects and improvement and things like that. It's going to be really exciting. So during this semester, I'm going to take you guys on the journey with me, and we are going to talk about the different topics each week and discuss a little bit about health equity, and because that topic and health disparities, because those two topics can get very, very dark and very serious very quickly, we are going to establish the problem or identify the problem, and then we're going to talk about real life examples of the problem, and then we will talk about ways to combat the problem, both individually and on a community basis, and then within the system as a whole. That last one's going to be trickier as far as implementing the changes. But okay, so what is health equity? So the difference between equity and equality is, so equality is like if you've got a bunch of people that are at different disparity levels, or don't have any biases against them at all, the world is designed for them, blah blah blah. Making people equal to them is basically passing out the exact same resources and hoping that everybody else gets to that level. Equity is going the extra mile to give resources to people who are already at a disadvantage to get them up to that same level. So it's all about the legwork that is done. The legwork that is done to get people to that equitable level. And we'll specifically be talking about healthcare in class and access to resources and things, and just because wellness is the area that I've been working in for 11 years. And health and wellness and the social and biological components of both are where my dissertation research is headed. That is going to be our focus when talking about these kind of things. And then I will hopefully, I'm guaranteed, learn a few things that I don't already know this semester and share those with you as well. So we'll just be talking about how race and gender and socioeconomic status and social class and culture, religion, sexual orientation, things like that, how if you are anything that deviates from the acceptable standard, how sometimes it can be really hard to get access to things that will benefit your health and wellness, including just general medical care, healthy food, educational resources, water, living situations. So we're going to go through all of that. I just wanted to do a little intro video so that way you guys know kind of what health equity is. It's basically making sure the goal is within sociology, anthropology, public health, a large majority of the medical field, the health and wellness community. I'm trying to think. I'm sure there are a lot of psychological community, the psychiatry community. Lots and lots of communities working toward this. However, since there are so many things that are historically so deeply rooted in the system through different types of cultures and oppressing different types of cultures, it's really hard to flip the entire system. But it's a task that has been in the process progressing forward in the process of progressing. That's what I was trying to say. Forward for a very long time, and we still have a lot of work to do. But hopefully, me being able to relay some of this information, improving scientific communication, giving you ways to advocate for yourself individually, ways that you can help your community, ways that you can help others learn how to advocate for themselves. That's the goal here. So we're going to take a very tough topic to discuss, and we're going to figure out how to navigate our way through it. So the ultimate goal is, in all of those fields that I named and a whole bunch more, is to get everybody access to the resources and materials, food, water, housing, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Medical care, complementary medicine, standard doctor's appointments, things like that. The goal is to get everybody to the same level, no matter what steps we have to take to get there for everybody else. So if you already are at that level of privilege, I hate the connotation that word has now in the media, but if you do have a level of privilege, it's not that you did anything, you just have it, or you don't. If you do have that level of privilege, use it to pull other people up. That's the best way that we can take a word that has such a stigma around it. Sometimes people identify with it and think it's a good thing. Some people are so opposed to privilege they don't even have conversations with people who have it. It's a whole back and forth. But what we need to do is, if we do have privilege, is pull people up and help them gain the same rights that we have. If we don't have privilege, we need to keep fighting so that everyone has the same privilege and it just becomes the social norm. And if we are somewhere in the middle, sometimes we're privileged, sometimes we're not. Teeter in the middle and pull people up when you can, and let other people help pull you up when you need it. So, we're going to approach this holistically. We're going to get through this. We're going to figure some things out. We're going to learn a lot of things. But the ultimate goal is to get everybody on an even playing field for health and wellness resources, et cetera, et cetera. So that's my nice little long-winded intro. Thanks for tuning in. I will post my week 1 video that talks about some real-life scenarios about health disparities and health equity, give some examples from my personal life, talk about a few concepts and things to lay a little bit better foundation than just, here's what we're going to be talking about. So, all right. Thanks for tuning in. You guys are awesome. See you soon.